Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Retro Rust. Back on, I was about to say Christian then, Ruster. Good to start getting this front chassis rail off, so I can actually start repairing it. I want to be able to do it properly and weld it from the inside as well, so I want to get it off. I've got the front piece that I'm going to be able to add into it. So, in theory, shouldn't be too difficult to get it off, providing the spot welds are quite easy to get to. I've got to run it round, clean all the underseal off. There is some blobs of weld on the end you usually get. My plan is to cut around them so it enables the chassis to actually go back exactly in the right place. But we'll see how it goes. I'm going to time lapse it anyway. Well, speed it up when I edit it because I want to listen to music. So catch back up with you once I'm getting on with it. That'll have to do. Right, this is something I've just not long just bought. It's an automatic centre punch. It's good for, like, obviously when you're doing panel work and you want to centre punch a hole, but you don't want to be whacking it to bend the panel out of shape. These are good because it's like a spring loaded, so you push on it and then it goes tch. So get using that. Best zoom out a bit actually. There you go. Zoom out. Just like that. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Retro Rust. Down the unit this evening. Got the trusty little blower. Bit warmer. Right, I was down here yesterday, done a little bit of work on it. Didn't bother filming just for the fact is my brother was here, he was working on his car. Yeah, so I just didn't bother. I didn't even plan to work on this, then I did. So just turn it around. Obviously, we have done all these butt welds. Take the screen down a little bit. Ground some of these plug welds off down here. ground all the old chassis rail off that was here. I've still got a seam weld across here, and I've actually got still seam weld across here. Just in the process of, like I say, grinding the welds off. Yeah, where I've done the butt welds. Anyone that knows me knows I love to seam weld. I don't like welding when you go zzz, 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 zzz. It is welding, but in theory, I prefer to seam weld. So, as you would have seen before, obviously, where I was tacking it together to build the lip up on the inside, ground it off, and now when I come to this side, I am going to seam weld and then grind it off. Just because I prefer to seam weld, and as you can see, if you actually look closer, when you actually do a butt weld, you do tend to slightly miss tiny little bits. So I'm going to just seam weld it all, grind it off, then call it job done. Obviously made a start yesterday seam welding. It's alright weld, but it's not mint perfect. But a lot of people don't like to seam weld because it buckles the panels. You can understand when you do like arches and stuff that you're going to see, but on floors, even if it buckles a little bit, so what? No one's ever going to see it. Once it's got the seam sealer on and under seal, and you're never going to know it's got slight buckles in it. So that's why I'm choosing to actually seam weld. Obviously I've still got to make a plate for here, quite a big plate to be honest, but just got to make a start on that. But I've still got a seam weld down here and a few other places. I've still got a seam weld all down here yet, and then grind that all off. The front end that I bought many years ago, this section and this section actually came off. This came off the same car. Obviously it was only to there, hence where that is. This is the original chassis that came off the car, off of this. As you can see, all spot welds line up nice. I've actually done a butt weld on here. I'm going to be grinding the weld off, so it's nice and obviously flat on the inside and the out. I'm not seam welded or anything on the outside yet. How I've chose to do it is weld, obviously cut like that, and then on that side split it across, because I didn't want all the seams to be in the same place. To me it seems like it'll be a bit of a weak point in theory, so that's hence why I've chose to cut it a bit shorter and extend it. And obviously I've had to do a cut like this because this section was rotted, same with this side, so I've had to do it like that. Same again, not the best welding, but I've got to grind that off. Then we're going to actually be placing it on the inside just to give it some more strength. And then once that's repaired, that's placed on the inside. This can then be welded back on. I mean, it lines up nice everywhere where it's supposed to. Spot welds all lined up there. It's even lining up with all the original holes where I drilled this panel off, or this panel on the original car. So everything is in the right place. At first I thought it was a bit strange how the gap was bigger here than here, but it's got to be right. If them spot welds are in the right place there, that's lining up there, and them holes are all lining up, it's got to be in the right place. So yeah, that put a bit more strength back in the old girl. So I'm going to set it up on the tripod while I weld down here. Need to still weld across here. So still got to make all this bit here yet. My brother actually made that section. I think I've shown you before. Just needs a little bit more work to it and it'll be perfect. Still got bare welding to grind off on this car, everywhere, and then make a start and all that. Rotten everywhere. But never mind, she'll get done eventually. Catch you back up in a minute once it's set up. Fucking hell. While just playing up, you can hear it like it's kicking back. That'll do for that. Let that cool down. Right, I think start welding. Right, I'm going to be playing music, so I'm going to speed it up. Alley 3 stairs in the air. Right, into another day. Just working on Ruster. Just figuring some stuff out. Still need to make this plate for here. Started grinding all the weld off. It's looking quite good, to be honest. There's a very slight step from where I seam welded it, but I'm not bothered about that, because once it's got the seam sealer on and then the underseal, you're never going to see that. So just got to repair this rot. Made the plate. Just got to figure out what I'm putting. Just got to put one of these shapes in. It also has a raised part. This is where like a plastic bung sits in. Obviously, it still needs more trimming. And as for this rot here in here, it's not going to be mega hard, but it'll be time consuming to get the exact sharpness of this bend. So I'm going to be taking out of the other floor to start just a strip and welding that little section in, because that whole floor is getting changed. Yeah, it is zoomed out. Yeah, I'm just in the process now of trying to make that shape. You idiot. I've actually made it the wrong way around. So the chamfer's actually going to be sitting in. He needs to sit that way. So the chamfer's, you idiot. Right, never mind anyway. Right, this was the plan. Still need to grind all the burrs off. I'm only planning on taking it to here as well, so it's still got the spot welds for lining the chassis up exactly the right place. So yeah, I just need to knock that back down how I was doing it. It's got a big socket and a smaller socket. And I was literally just sitting it on and knocking it, running it forward and back, and then eventually then hammer and dolly around the edge, and it should look about right. I'm not going to bother at the moment cutting the hole. I'll do that at a later date. But yeah, so now I'm ready to knock that back flat and then actually turn it around. So I'll catch back up with you in a minute. See, the shape is starting to get there, bit by bit. Slowly. That's actually starting to look really good, that. Bit hard to see because of these lights above shadowing it. Looks right. Do with that. Need a tiny bit more fettling, really, hammer and dollying and all that, but it's pretty much there. Sweet. Just got to cut this bottom out. Come back up with you in a minute. I reckon instead take that tack off, can move the old panel across, take a bit of that gap up. Like so. Need to cut a bit more of this corner out here, but that there. I'll stop it. Right, hi, welcome back. All that weld, just give you a quick look. That weld's all now all ground off. I've hammer and dollied it a little bit because obviously with seam welding it did buckle a bit, but like I said, on the floor it don't really matter. That's that plate welded in. Same again, ground off. There's the bit that I made. Still got to cut the hole, but I'll do that at a later date. There's no rush on that. Just going to repair this section here where it's rotted. Like I said, I'm going to take it out of the passenger floor because it's all getting cut out anyway. If it's the right shape, I might as well use it. So, just get the wire wheel, going to clean that off, get the grease off it, then cut the square out, lay it on, and then get it cut in, welded in. Zoom in a bit. There you go. Let's see.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nose, spinning over. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored again?
Silhouettes of you are like a thought. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. you know I'm addicted to you. And it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion. Even though I offer all of the solutions, I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless, I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palm. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? Then will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me?
Getting the chassis lined up, and I'm either going to plug weld it all on or just tack it in place for now. Then I should hopefully catch back up with you maybe tomorrow when I'm back down here. But if I don't come down, just want to say now, hopefully you enjoyed the video.